Hi guys, Julia here from JM Squared Vintage. Welcome back to the channel. I am here today with another bins haul. This is actually a bins and thrift haul. I'll tell you guys, it was a rough day at the bins. Everybody that I was talking to, it sounded like they were also having rough days, like just not a lot of like good stuff, a lot of stuff that was damaged. I did end up, I think I've got about 25 pieces from the bins, and I found some gems, some really cool pieces, some great brands, some very cool vintage. So like lots of good stuff to talk about there. But you know, again, with the bins, sometimes it's feast, sometimes it's famine. This week it was famine. I was able to pull some gems out, but because it was such a rough week, I did have some things to do a little bit farther away. And while I was there, I was really close to my favorite little thrift store in like a super rich area. So I popped in there and I got a whole bunch of sweaters. Like now is the time to be getting those sweaters listed. So my sourcing costs were a little bit higher, but that's okay when I know things are either gonna be really big sales or really fast sales. So I think all in, I've got about 35 pieces, so lots of stuff to talk about. But before we get started here, guys, if this is your first time here, if this is your first time stumbling on my channel, first and foremost, welcome. I am Julia, that is my name. We talk all things thrifting and vintage and the business of reselling on the internet here. If that sounds like something that you might be into, consider hitting subscribe down below. I would love to have you along on this journey. But without further ado, guys, we've got a lot to get through, lots of good stuff to talk about. So why don't you go grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink. You know I've got my matcha latte. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the goods. So we are gonna start here with the stuff that I got at the thrift store in the really rich neighborhood. So first thing I found there was this cute little Enza Costa sweater. Enza Costa, definitely a high-end brand. I've only found one or two pieces and they've sold for really good prices. The last thing I found was like a long sleeve Tencel t-shirt and I think it sold for like $45. It's sold at Revolve. I wanna say that these retail for like $200, $300, like crazy, crazy expensive. But that is the label. If you are unfamiliar with it, keep your eyes out for it. This is just a little basic brown round neck sweater, kind of slim fit. I'll probably see somewhere 30 to 40 bucks on this. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. I've had really, really good success with it. Next up, this little cashmere sweater. This is from Cocoon. Actually never found this brown before, but I think it sells fairly well. This is like an oversized gray cashmere and it's got this kind of like intentional distressing down the sides, front and back. It's a size large. Let me know if you're familiar with this brand. It feels really nice. And again, probably a minimum of like $35 to $40 on this. Also something that I might keep for myself because this is super duper cozy and it's cashmere with a little bit of interest. So love that. But again, as with any cashmere, you're probably looking at a minimum of $30 and up, even, you know, when you're dealing with like a charter club or something like that, generally like a minimum of 30 bucks. So feel comfortable paying up for it. It's so soft. Next up, this is a little sweater from Eileen Fisher. I mean, call me excited anytime I find Eileen Fisher. This is, I want to say 100% cotton. Yep, 100% organic cotton. It's a size large. It's this really pretty sage green, crew neck, long sleeve, just very basic, kind of oversized, chunky, nubby sweater. This will go in no time flat. I'm gonna guess for something like this, I'll probably see like $40, $45, maybe a little bit more. This was probably pretty expensive. It is like the perfect time to have something like this. This kind of like Nancy Meyers fantasy sweater is always in style, and I'll use things like coastal and coastal grandmother and beachy and beach sweater and cozy and hygge. That's H-Y-G-G-E if you're unfamiliar with how that word is pronounced. Cozy core, cabin core. This will fit into all of those categories, as well as like preppy. But either way, you know, Eileen Fisher stuff is so expensive retail and I love to find it, and I'm happy to pay up for something like this because I know it'll be a good, probably very quick sale for me. Oh yes, okay, so this is a label I want you to keep your eyes out for. So first of all, it's this little like dark hunter green sweater dress. This is from Pomander Place. And if you are unfamiliar with Pomander Place, that is the label. This is an in-house Tuckernuck brand. Tuckernuck is an online clothing boutique that has a couple like in-house brands. So Pomander Place is one of them. Hyacinth House is another one. They also carry things like Veronica Beard and Barber and all these kind of like nice legacy brands that kind of fit in with the wealthy New England feel of Tuckernuck. This feels like New England summer, also a little bit of like high class Southern. That's kind of the vibe I get from Tuckernuck. But I've never had anything from Tuckernuck that hasn't sold well. So for something like this, again, this is one of their in-house brands. So this probably retailed for about like $150 to $200. And I'll probably see somewhere between like $35 and $50 on this specific thing. Again, it's the right time to get something like this, but keep your eyes out for it. If you are unfamiliar with Tuckernuck, I recommend that you maybe like sign up for their email list so you can stay abreast of like the brands that they sell and the styles that they sell, because they are kind of catering to this like trendless population that doesn't necessarily adhere to these like micro trends. It is a little bit more like evergreen, and I'm always looking for stuff like that. All right, next up, this is from Billy Reed. This is a men's piece. This is just a long sleeve thermal shirt. Billy Reed, super high-end menswear. Something like this will probably resell between like 30 and 45. You can get into more significant pieces, which are gonna go into the 50s, maybe into the 60s. Again, this is similar to like a tailor stitch in that it's really like high-end men's basics. So keep your eyes out for it. I think most of you will kind of, at least, even if you don't know the brand, a lot of you, if you see this label and kind of feel the quality of the fabric, you're gonna take notice of what it is. But just in case, memorize that label and keep your eyes out for it. So another great little pickup. I love being able to hit these like super wealthy areas in thrift. It's so nice to every once in a blue moon not have to sift through 45,000 pieces of Shein in Target to get to the good stuff. It's just like good stuff, better stuff. I'm gonna take that. Next up here, I got this cute little piece from Lululemon. This is just like a white turtleneck top. It's long sleeve. It's got a split down at the bum. This is in like perfect condition. I'm gonna say that this is about a size medium or large. Again, like, this just looks like it's unworn. I'll have to find the exact model of this, but I'll probably see somewhere like $30, $35. That's about what I'm getting on more significant like long sleeve Lululemon pieces. And I have no doubt that this will go fairly quickly. This is a good like post yoga top or something you throw on like after a Pilates class, you know, whatever. This could also be worn as just like a casual shirt out. It's got enough like style and like interest to it. So cute little piece. 3 more pieces from this thrift. I did grab this little Misuk cardigan. This is a brand that does kind of higher end, this like heavyweight kind of smooth knit stuff. This is the kind of stuff that can be like stretched a million different ways and will always return back to its shape. It always looks like really crisp, like this could be 25, 30 years old and still look brand new. It's just kind of got that feel to it. The internal tag is removed here. I think that this is about a size large, and going by the other pieces that I found from Misuk that are similar to this, and I found quite a few, I'll probably see like, again, $35 to $45 on it. And one of you guys pointed this out the last time I showed a Misuk piece. So this is the label you're looking for. They have a newer version as well. This is the name that you are looking for. This is not to be confused with another brand called Miss Look. It looks really similar, but I do have confidence that if you guys have been watching me for any amount of time, you'll be able to kind of spot the quality difference. These Misuk pieces are built like unbelievably well. The fabric is really special, and the Miss Look is kind of like a cheaper boutique brand. So just, you know, double check, and if it's a new brand to you and you aren't familiar with the tags, just do a quick search for it before you go ahead and pay for it, especially if you are paying up. This is the kind of thing that I have no problem paying up for because I know it's going to be a quick sale. There are a lot of devotees to this brand, a lot of people who build like capsule wardrobes for like work out of this brand, and everything I've ever found from them has been in and out of my hands super quick for a great price. Are you ready for this one? This is something that made me like squeal with joy out loud in public. It's so cute. Okay, so this is a little vintage zip cardigan sweater. It's yellow, it's short sleeve, guys. Look at the collar. I am so obsessed. And they're dangly, right? So there's like a lot of motion to them. It's all beaded little like lily of the valley style flowers. I cannot. So this is in like perfect condition. It's again, short sleeve, a really cheerful yellow zip front, and these little flowers, they're on the back as well. I just, whimsy. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody needs a little bit of whimsy from time to time, and I think the world needs a little bit of whimsy real hard right now. So when I got home, I mean, I don't care who made this. This will sell. This is like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Literal joy. This is joy in sweater form. So I am fairly sure that this sweater is by Michael Simon. So if you are unfamiliar with Michael Simon, he did these kind of like crazy over-the-top sweaters back in the 90s, back in the 80s. Really cool. And they have like a cult following. There's people that collect them. There's no internal tagging on here, but I did a bunch of like Google image searches to, you know, specifically of this collar. It's pretty distinct. And the only other one that came up was a Michael Simon, and it was the exact same flower. It was a different colorway, but it was like the exact same shape of flowers, the exact same pattern. So I'm assuming that that's what it was. And it so tracks for him. So this was an exciting find in terms of like what it is, but it's so cute. So obsessed with this little sweater. This will sell in no time flat. Most Michael Simon sweaters sell between like $40 and like $150, depending on what they are. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on this, and this very well might not sell until spring. This is such like an Easter sweater, but it's also one of those things where like, find another. If somebody sees it and they love it, it's gonna be pretty evident that this isn't something that they can just like hold off on picking up. I don't think that there's that many out there available. So I wouldn't be surprised if this sells in like a week. I also wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't sell till spring. But either way, I'll probably see like $40 to $50 on this. Maybe a little bit more. Again, I'm gonna do a little bit more research on it. I'm in love. I think that this is like the cutest thing ever, so. Oh, and just one more piece. Sorry, this was under the bag. This is a beautiful sweater jacket situation. This is from Falconieri. Super, 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 super duper high-end knitwear jackets and stuff. Like their jackets are in the $3,000 to $4,000 range. They'd probably be on par with like a Max Mara. They're all made in Italy, Italian yarns. This is merino wool, 100%. They do a lot of cashmere. Again, very high-end, very timeless, very classic pieces. This is gorgeous. Just a nice kind of substantial piece. Now, in terms of resale, I'm not quite sure what I'll get on this. I haven't been able to find like this specific piece. But resale on Falconieri pieces are between like $50 and like $200. I don't see many jackets on the resale market. I'm assuming these are just kind of like Max Mara jackets. Like you don't see people really like moving them out of their closets because they're so classic. But yeah, so it's a brand that sells retail for like a wild price, but resells more reasonably. So if you are looking for like ultra, ultra, ultra luxe, check out Falconieri. I think you can find a really good deal on some gorgeous pieces. But either way, this was a really nice find, a nice substantial piece. And it is a plus size. I want to say that this is about 2X. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous little selection of high-end sweaters from the wealthy neighborhood. Always good to have an opportunity to pop in there. All right, now we are on to the bins. So I'm so interested to hear what you guys think of this haul. Like it was a struggle, and not just for me, for everybody there. I'm telling you, some days the bins just give and give and give, and some days they fight you tooth and nail. But we'll start here with this sweatshirt. Now, I didn't know this brand at all, but this sweatshirt feels so, so nice. It's made in LA, like it's made in Boyle Heights, which is a cool neighborhood here with a real historical significance to Los Angeles. And the brand here, or the marking on the back, says Cabin Los Angeles. I don't know if you can really see that. It's debossed. There you go. This kind of reminds me of like an Essentials from Fear of God. It kind of looks like one of their sweatshirts. This is 100% cotton. This is like heavyweight French terry, made in Boyle Heights, hand wash cold. So I'll have to do a little bit of research on who makes this. But even if this is like a brand that doesn't exist anymore or whatever, this is a really nice sweatshirt. It might be something that I keep to gift to one of my friends. Because again, like this sweatshirt, like if you're looking to source a sweatshirt of this quality fabric, made in not just the United States, but made in Los Angeles. The debossing treatment here is really expensive. That's specialized machinery that you need to kind of heat press that into the fabric. This is just really interesting. This would be an extremely expensive sweatshirt to make. So I'm gonna guess that whoever sold this had to have been well over $100. But like I said, you know, even if I just gift this to somebody that I know, I'm not gonna be mad, but I'll do a little bit more research on it, see if I can figure out like who Cabin Los Angeles is. But yeah, really, really nice find. I think this is size extra large, and Again, very on trend, heavy. Like I wish you could feel this. This is probably 2 or 3 pounds. Like this is heavy, heavy GSM textile. If you don't know what GSM is, that's grams per square meter. It's a measurement of like the weight of a textile. So if you ever hear anybody saying like, this is a high GSM t-shirt, you can tell that that's like a heavy weight t-shirt. You know, think back to like the Hanes beefy tees. Remember how those were so much thicker and so much heavier than like a regular t-shirt? That's what they're referring to. Like I almost want to put this on a scale and get an exact weight on it, but like this is hefty. Next up, I grabbed this cute, same exact color, this cute little crop from Free People, like Intimately Free People. It's just like a little kind of crochet style front, adjustable straps. These kind of things sell for me like all day. Now I'm probably gonna get somewhere between like $15 and $24 on this, but these things sell reliably for me. You know, it's funny, like a lot of people will not pick these things up because they're like, who's gonna pay, you know, $7 to ship something like this? A lot of people. I've sold hundreds of these little crop tops, the Adela ones that everybody in the world has duped. I've had a lot of like bralettes. I sell them all the time. They're never gonna be big dollar sales by any stretch of the imagination, but I like them because they're super tiny. They don't take a lot of space to store. They're usually in and out really quick. And I only really pick these up at the bins. So even if they're a $10 profit, that's a quick, easy $10 profit. And I'll take it. Next up, I found this cute little Everlane dress. I love Everlane. Their quality is really nice. Their styles are very, very classic. This is like a little railroad stripe dress, square neck, midi length. It's got some side pockets. It's in great condition, some smocking in the back, and it's a size 10. It's got a little side zip. Again, in great condition. This probably was about $80 new, and on the resale market, I'll probably see somewhere between like $30 and $40. Yeah, again, just another very classic, very well made, great little basic, easy breezy one-piece wonder dress. I'll pick up pretty much anything I see from Everlane. It sells quite well for me. Next up, I got this cute little one-shoulder dress. This is from Bardot. Bardot sells fairly well for me. They're fairly reasonable retail. I want to say that their little dresses like this are like $130, $140. They resell generally between like $25 and $50 depending on the style. I like this very classic little black, size 6, you know, very flattering one shoulder, easy to wear with like a bigger bust. I always thought that they were really well made for the price, and it's just a little mini length cocktail dress. Like this is what I mean when I say that they're pretty well made for the price. Like look at the interior closure, right? So you zip that up and you have this that covers the top of that zipper to kind of ensure that the zipper doesn't pull and to kind of protect your back from chafing. So again, you know, somewhere between $25 and $50 on this, and I've no doubt with Christmas season and winter formal season coming up that this will go fairly quickly. Oh, this was a cool little piece. So this is from Sisley. Like I said, you know, I didn't find much, but what I did find was quite good. This is Sisley Paris, and the thing I like about this, which is something we're starting to see popping up in fashion, is that this is like a cape silhouette. This is like almost like a poncho silhouette, right? So like capes and ponchos are starting to trickle into the fashion lexicon. It's navy blue, it's mohair knit. Sisley is really expensive designer out of Paris. A lot of people will know them from like their cosmetics. I think that they do Air France's like first class goodie bags, but something like this, I mean, probably retailed like $300 or $400, and on the resale market, I'll see probably somewhere between, again, $30 and $50 on it. Really nice. It's in fantastic condition. It's navy blue. So it's got a little bit of the preppy, it's got a little of that like town and country feel to it, and it's also got the silhouette hit to it with the kind of cape poncho style silhouette. And again, in fantastic condition. Oh, here's a weird one. So Harley Davidson anything sells, right? The amount of like random wisp of nothing Harley Davidson things that I found that have sold in like a day for a pretty decent price is wild to me. And I found this little swimsuit. I think that this is probably like Y2K vintage. And the crazy thing is, it's like, it's reversible. So there's like an all over print on the inside that can also be worn on the outside. And it's just like a little halter. Like this is so of an era, and this will sell so quick. Between the color, it's a decent size. I want to say that this is a medium. Obviously it's reversible, so there's no interior tagging, but like there are sold comps on the same bathing suit, but black, you know, at $75. So I'll probably anticipate seeing like, you know, probably $40 to $50, you know, and I'll hope for the best. But guys, if you see anything Harley Davidson, especially especially anything vintage Harley Davidson. Pick it up. Like, people go crazy for this stuff. This was such a wild find. There were so many bins bros in the bins that day, and I can't believe I got my hands on that, because this is the kind of stuff that they would snap up in 0.2 seconds flat. Oh, next up I got this really pretty bra. This is from Torrid, and the only reason I grabbed this is because it's new with tags, and it's a size 40C, so it's an unusual size, which can be a little bit difficult to find on the secondhand market in particular, but it's really, really pretty. Like, look at that lace. And again, it's like brand new with tags with this here. So I'm not quite sure what I'll get on this. I don't really know how much Torrid's bras go for. It's just something that I grabbed because it's an unusual size and it's new with tags, and I love picking up bras like that if I can get my hands on it. As somebody who needs an unusual size for my bras, like, I know how much I pay for them, and I gladly pay for them, but if I was trying to shop for them on the secondhand market, I just don't think I would find much of them. And I would love to be able to find the bras that I like for half price or less, you know, like, they are pricey. To be clear, best money I spend on my wardrobe is for my bras. If you are somebody who is in doubt, please, please, please do not go to Victoria's Secret. Take yourself to Nordstrom, take yourself to a bra specialist. A lot of little towns have them, and get yourself fitted and get a good bra. I literally, my friend would kill me if she knew I was telling you this. She's, you know, she's got 2 kids and she has new ladies, and she was always really tiny as we were growing up. She was a tiny girl, and you know, she hadn't like been fit for a bra or anything like that, so she was wearing something from Target. And there's one day I call her for whatever reason, and she's in a dressing room in Victoria's Secret, and I'm like, what are you doing in Victoria's Secret? And she's like, oh, I'm, you know, getting fit for new bras. And I'm like, with love, put on your clothes, get out of Victoria's Secret, and go down to Nordstrom and talk to them about bras, because she's, you know, she's got girls now. And she was telling me that she went there and she got fit and she's trying on these new bras and she loves it. She is also a Chantel girl. I'm a Chantel girl to the core. I love their stuff. And she was telling me, like, as she was walking out, she's like, I bought 4 new bras and they're amazing. And she's like, I literally am wearing one right now. I just gave them the tag to check out with. And she's like, I threw out my bra there. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, when you get home, you can, you know, clear out your drawer and get rid of all those old like Target bras that she was wearing. And she's like, oh, that was literally the only bra that I had. And I'm like, oh my God, I have failed you as a friend. I have truly failed you, but she is now a devotee of quality bras. Guys, spend the money. If you have a larger bust, please, for the love of all good things, go to Nordstrom, get yourself fit, go to a bra specialist, get yourself fit, and get yourself a good supportive bra that feels amazing. It will change the way you hold yourself. Soapbox over, guys. Let me know if you have had the same like life-changing experience getting properly fitted bras, like, because I need to have this confirmed, because my God, because it really is the best investment that you make in anything you wear. Anyway. Oh, next up, this is a cool little vintage fashion moment. It's really wrinkled and I cannot wait to get this on the mannequin. This is from Dominic Rompolo, who I never heard of. The tag looks really high-end. Doesn't that look like Barney's New York a little bit in terms of style? But this is all silk. It's like a wrap over blazer dress with bell sleeves with lace cuffs. So I'm really gonna have to steam this out and make this look great. But I could see like any model right now wearing this with some sheer black pantyhose and some sky-high pumps. It's so cute. It's just like a little blazer dress, and blazer dresses are in right now. So I'm not quite sure what I'll get for it. A lot of pieces that I found from him, they're asking between like $50 and $100, and a lot of like the sold comps are between like 30 and 70. So I'm not quite sure. I think it's gonna be a lot dependent on how I can make this look. For sure something I will photograph on the mannequin, but it's beautifully made and styled right. I think this will be so unbelievably chic. I think he was active in the 80s, so this feels to me very like 80s fashion girl to me, but very, very cute. I can see this being worn at like a holiday party. Next up, now this is a brand I don't pick up a lot of, but these felt brand new and I loved the silhouette of them. These are from Dickies, and I cannot find a size tag in here, but I like the fit. This is kind of like a slim cut, almost ankle length pant. I like this style. I think that this is one of their more like fashion forward pieces. So I'm not quite sure. I'll do a little bit of research. I mean, like, I'm gonna bank on somewhere $20 to $25, but I know that they were making a big push to try to like kind of crack into the workwear, streetwear market in the same way that like Carhartt did with work in progress. And again, these are like brand new. So even if these are just going for like the workwear component of it, I mean, Dickies is so well made that this will sell as like a work garment, even if like the fashion part is not in part of it. But let me know, do you do Dickies? I'm so interested. I know obviously a lot of people do Carhartt and everybody's always looking for like vintage Carhartt, but do you buy and sell Dickies? Let me know what kind of stuff you look for. How does it do for you? Is it in and out of your closet fast? Is it something that sits? Do you think that your sales are more because of the fashion of it, or do you think it's more because of the workwear aspect of it? I'm really interested because it's not really a brand that I've gotten into too much. But yeah, these are like brand new condition. So we'll find out, but let me know your experience. I'm so curious. Okay, and last piece in this bag, this little J. McLaughlin dress. Now this is a brand I've never found before. I know a lot of resellers do really well with it. This is just like a navy blue little shirt dress, fully buttoned down. I think this is a size medium. Oh no, it's a size small. It's in great condition. It is missing the belt, but that in like historical terms has not really precluded something from selling for me. I rarely use like an included tie belt. I always use my own belt for a little bit of contrast, I think. Shirt dresses look good with a little bit of contrast in the middle, but again, in great condition. So let me know, is this a brand that you see a lot of? Is this a brand that you look for? Is this a brand that you sell a lot of? I rarely see it. In fact, this is the first time in a long time that I've seen it, and I grabbed it and I thought I would give it a try. That's what we do sometimes when the bins are really bad. We look for kind of alternate things to give a try to. This is really cute though. And I bet this has like a really nice drape to it. So we'll find out. On to the next bag. Oh, so this is really funny. I was talking about like bedding and robes and stuff a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about Vermont Country Store. Every time I have a Vermont Country Store piece in my hands, it's in and out really quickly. And when I was talking about it, one of you guys said, oh, I just found a Vermont Country Store seersucker robe. And same, exactly the same. So this is Vermont Country Store. Keep your eyes out for it. I mean, like, would I pay $10 or $15 for something like this? Probably not, but this is something that I'll probably get somewhere between $30 and $45 on, and no doubt this will go very quickly. The only complication here is that I also might keep this. It is a size medium, so it might be a little too small for me, but I really have been trying to figure out, this is like first world problems here. I have a big fluffy robe that I wear all the time. I also have a double gauze robe from Parachute that I don't wear as much because it's very clingy to the body, and like I'm somebody who wears my robe like after the shower, and I'll wear it for like a while after the shower as I'm doing my hair and my makeup and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm not somebody who wears a robe before I go to bed or like when I just like get out of bed. That's not my robe wearing style. So I've been wanting to find something that's a little bit crisper, that's not gonna cling as much to the body. So this might be the ticket for me. So I'll give it a try, and if I love it, I'll keep it. If not, I will list it. But yeah, Vermont Country Store, really good quality stuff, cult following, and just like a legacy brand that everybody loves. I just can't believe that the thing that I found was the exact same thing that one of you guys found. I always say this is the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. If you are unfamiliar with the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, it's when you learn something new and then within like the next couple days, you see reference to that thing that you just learned. Like a perfect example, like the first time I learned about what this was, a friend of mine, I was telling my friend about a sloop, like a little like boat that hangs off of a bigger boat that they use for like maintenance around like the ship, right? So if you have to like repaint the hull, you take the sloop out and you paint. And he's like, after I taught him what that was, he was like, you know, I've heard the term sloop 3 times in the past week. That's the Baader-Meinhof phenomena. So if you guys have the experience where I'm telling you about a new brand that I discovered or a brand that's like new to you, and then the next time you go to the thrift store, you see it, that's the Baader-Meinhof phenomena in action right here. Let me know your Baader-Meinhof phenomenon experiences, because I know it has happened to all of us. Next up, I found this cute little dress. This is from Meow Muse, and this is kind of like one of those brands like a Lucy in the Sky or a Pepper Mayo or like an Oh Polly, one of those kind of like very trendy. I guess they are fast fashiony. In my experience, they're a little bit nicer quality than something like an H&M, but this is one of those brands that's like very in right now. It's like a hunter green long knit strapless dress. Super cute, in great condition, but something I'll probably see like $30 to $35 on. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. It is in great condition. This is probably the kind of thing that was bought, worn once, and then donated. And that's what a lot of those stores really do. They make like one use type garments. But yeah, there's always these brands that are kind of coming in and out of the scene, and this is like the latest brand that I'm seeing people referring to. So that's the label if you are unfamiliar with it. Let me know if you've ever picked up a piece from here. How did it do for you? Next up, we've got another swimsuit, and shield your eyes because it is very day glow. So I saw this and it felt really, really nice. And now that I'm looking at it, oh, it's actually reversible. It's completely reversible. So it's pink on one side and orange on the other. And like, can you tell the difference? They look the same in the monitor. But anyway, so this is from a brand called Fella, which is based out of Australia. I love the silhouette of this. It's really unusual. So these are the straps, they go over, it's a really low back, and then it's got these little like sheer panels right here. This is a size medium, it's in great condition. I think this is one that they did with Free People, and they retail like $200. Ooh. We're just gonna let that rest with the street cleaner pulling a Tokyo Drift in the background there. The Fella swimsuits on the resale market are selling between like $40 and $110, depending on the style, I'm assuming, and the size. And again, probably something that won't sell until we're into that like planning for island vacations in like the early winter. This is about the time that the good swimsuits start showing up in the bin, so I will be snapping up the suits that I see. They don't take a lot of space to store. I'm always happy to pick them up. So this was a good find, and definitely, let me show you the label. That is the label you are looking for. So keep your eyes out for it. Next up, a fun little vintage piece. Anybody who was around in the 90s is about to have some flashbacks, and I apologize for that. But this is from Big Dog. Remember that? Remember that label? These are the kind of things that I will grab if I can get my hands on them. It's the kind of thing that like frat boys will buy for like, you know, theme parties. But it's also the kind of thing that you'll see like TV studios buying for like period pieces. Because it's just the kind of thing that you can't recreate. And I'm just noticing this. You can actually see the logo in the print. You see it right there? You know, something like this I'll see somewhere between probably 20 and 30 bucks on. I've never picked up a Big Dog shirt before, but I know that it is so like iconically of the time. It's made in the UAE, which is so interesting because there's a lot of manufacturing being moved to the UAE recently, but I guess there was a good 30 years where there was nothing really being made there. But just a little cotton kind of Hawaiian style shirt, just very, very, very 90s. Throw that on with a pair of Zubas pants and you're ready to go. Next up, this is a little girl skirt that I grabbed. This is from Zara, but it's brand new with tags. Whoa, $45.90 for a girl's skirt at Zara seems really high, but look at how adorable that is. Fully sequined, and it's got beading and embroidery little daisies there. This is just so adorable. Again, something that I'll get listed, and this will probably go around Christmas season. This feels very like fancy, kind of like Christmas party-esque for girls. It's size 9-10, and again, brand new condition. So I'm not quite sure what I'll get for this, probably about 20 bucks. Oh, and it is fully lined because sequins are so itchy, and especially for kids, you need to make sure that that's not touching their skin like ever. Isn't that adorable though? So cute. I've really slowed down on picking up Zara unless it's something that I know is like a blogger's favorite, super significant or whatever. I've recently donated a bunch of Zara pieces that have kind of hung around for far too long, so I'm getting more and more selective with what I'm picking up from there. And to be clear, like I've always been pretty selective with what I pick up from Zara. I've just gotten more selective. Next up is this really pretty dress. This is from Nina Kaufman, and it's something that I might give to my friend, although it is a size medium and she's a size small, so this might be too big for her. But it's this really pretty, like embroidered silk midi length dress. This is like a perfect little vacation dress. This is resort wear, beachy, coastal. This looks Grecian. This looks like of Santorini, you know, like these are the colors of Santorini, but it's very, very cute. It's in beautiful condition. Again, something you throw on over a swimsuit or something you throw on for like a little dinner out on an island. Easy breezy. Nina Kaufman's pretty expensive, and on the resale market, sold comps on her dresses kind of range between like $30 and $100. So somewhere in there. I'll always anticipate on the lower end, but like I said, if this fits my friend, she'll keep it, but I think it might be a little too big. But that was really the reason I picked this up more than anything. I do love shopping for my friends while I'm out. It's funny, like every time I see one of my friends, I usually show up with a stack of things that I've thrifted for them, you know, over the last couple months or so since I last saw them. And I'll never stop doing that. All right, we're getting there, guys. Okay, so next up, we've got this cute pair of Citizens of Humanity jeans. I think these are men's jeans. And this is something that I actually found in the throwback pile. I'm gonna have to do a little digging because I have not been able to find a size tag on here to save my life. I'm thinking it was maybe cut out. It looks like there might have been a tag right here, but I think that these are a size 34. I can just get a measurement out on them. They're kind of like a straight leg, a little bit distressed. I'm not quite sure. I've never sold men's Citizens of Humanity jeans. I think that this is a pretty like current style. So we'll see somewhere between like $30 and $80 depending on the style of them. So we'll see. Citizens of Humanity, so expensive. I want to say that they retail like 260 bucks. So this will be a first for me. And generally when I can find like a good designer pair of men's jeans, they sell really quick. So that's always promising for me, but we'll find out on these. Next up, a good little bread and butter piece. This is from Abercrombie & Fitch. Cute little like peach floral flutter sleeve dress. This is brand new with tags. The reason I picked this up. You know, on tougher days at the bins, this is the kind of stuff I look for. Like I lean into a little bit more bread and butter stuff. Abercrombie & Fitch pieces always sell really quickly for me. They're not always gonna be the biggest sales. So I'll probably see somewhere like $20 to $25 on this. Like retail price on this is 70 bucks. So it's a perfect example of something that I'll grab that I know will be in and out fast. So cute little dress though, isn't it? My initial thought on this was that this might not move until spring, but it does have a lot of like fall colors to it. So we'll find out, but cute little dress. And I do always love finding like brand new with tags, Abercrombie & Fitch stuff. That does sell very, very well for me. Next up, we've got a cute little pair of Lululemon Align short shorts. These are super tiny. I want to see that these are like 2 maybe 3-inch inseam shorts. They're a size 8. Again, the Aligns still do quite well. The shorts still do quite well for me, and these I have no doubt they'll go quickly. Like I see girls in these shorts all the time in the gym. I want to say that they retail for like $48 or $58, somewhere around that range. Like literally I'm wearing a longer version of that right now. But I see girls wearing these all the time in the gym. These are like gym standbys. And I'll probably see like $20 to $25 on these, and no doubt quickly. Like these kind of things, like the Lululemon Align shorts specifically, sell very, very fast for me. Every pair of Align shorts that I've ever had from Lululemon has sold in like 2 days. They're great. Next up, a good like chunky men's sweater. This is from Vince. This is a black rib knit, again, kind of chunky knit sweater. It's funny, this looks almost navy, but it is black. It's a size small. It's a Henley style sweater. This is a very classic style for men. Vince, again, extremely expensive retail, probably somewhere in the vicinity of like $300 to $400 for this retail. And men's Vince sweaters in particular for me sell very, very well. I'm still seeing between like 40 and 60 bucks on most of the men's classic Vince sweaters, especially if I get one that has like cashmere in it or really like high-end fabric. This is 100% cotton. If I get one that's got cashmere, I have sold those for like $75. Again, I think men are a little bit more brand driven versus women these days. Like if a guy knows that I like Vince sweaters, I know that they're $400 if I try to buy them at Saks Fifth Avenue, you know, I can get it for 75 bucks secondhand, like I'm in. In my experience, men shop secondhand the way that they shop retail. They know the brands they like, they go straight to the store or straight to the section, they get what they like, they get the size that they know they are, and they get the heck out. So unless I'm doing something like really cool and funky and vintage, or something that's like very high fashion, I'm not doing much style-based sourcing for men. Like having a sweater that's similar to this sweater, but from like Target, is not going to sell anywhere. Men aren't necessarily into like the look for less in terms of finding a cheaper brand. They just want to find the brands that they know that they like in the size that they are, and they want to get out. So that's kind of my strategy with men, and this is a perfect example. I'm telling you guys, this was such a weird day, but I did find some good pieces. And this brand is a bolo for sure. This is XCVI, and I'm so mad at myself because before I figured this out, and I figured that out like live on camera with you guys, I'm sure I've passed up XCVI pieces before. This is a brand that does a lot of like boho, log and look, lots of linen, lots of like those kind of signature log and look style silhouettes, lots of like art to wear. And this is just like a little cotton slub tie-dye long line shirt. This is a shirt that I probably wouldn't buy from any other brand, but because it's XCVI, this will probably sell fairly quickly for me. It's a size medium. It's in great condition. It's as soft can be. Now something like this isn't like their real core aesthetic, which tends to be more like neutral colors, but I'll still probably see somewhere between like $20 and $30 on this. And no doubt this will go fairly quickly. But keep your eyes out for that label. Do not pull a Julia and leave those behind, okay? Next up, okay, where are my 90s people at? Because I had this dress. When I was probably like 14 years old. And I wonder if my mom will recognize this. So this is just a little like flower printed baby doll dress straight out of the 90s. Like I recognize the label immediately. This is Never Say Can't. And I 100% had this, and I wore it with a choker, and I can't remember what shoes I wore with it, but if I was wearing this today, I would wear this with my Doc Martens. So it's got a little pleated skirt. This is sheer, so you'd have to wear like a little slip dress under it. It's a size medium, but this is literally straight out of probably Filene's Basement circa 1994. And I love this style. There's a million girls right now that are looking for pieces like this. I'll probably see like 35 or 40 bucks on this and almost guarantee that is significantly more than my mom would have paid for this for me in 1994. But I had this exact dress. And how often does that happen? It's got little like side ties to cinch it in the back. Such vibe, and this will sell in no time flat. So cute, right? Next up, this is wild. I just recently found a Claire Pettibone little camisole, and I found a little robe from her. Claire Pettibone, high-end bridal designer. So she does like obviously gowns. She also does like bridal trousseau type stuff. So this has a beautiful like kind of pointed bell sleeve. This is a straight lace. This is the label you're looking for, by the way. It is a size large. It's in gorgeous condition. And I mean, this is the kind of thing, this is a definitive ivory, right? Like this is not white or off-white. Like this is a definite ivory color. So I can see this, and that's the little connection right there. It's like baby doll style. This feels very like Lord of the Rings. Like I can see somebody picking this up for like a cosplay moment just as much as I can see them wearing this for like a bridal moment. But it's really pretty. It's got this beautiful lace down the front. It's got a little like hook and eye closure with rosettes here. This probably retailed like $500. Claire Pettibone is so expensive. And on the resale market for something like this, I'll probably see like 60 to 80 bucks on it. And no doubt it'll go quickly. Like the camisole I just listed, and I've already had like 4 or 5 offers over on Depop on it. This is something where you can certainly like keyword it in a bunch of different ways to really like maximize the amount of eyeballs you get on it, because it's just gorgeous. And then finally, another blast from the past. This is so much silk. This is from BB, and this is Y2K vintage. I mean, like, I know this dress. Like, I don't know this specific dress, but like I know the girl that wore this dress. So it's BB. It's got a little like shelf bra. It's strapless, like a straight across strapless. And it's maxi length. It's this like pink to brown ombre, which was like the color combination between 2000 and 2005. It was either pink and brown, and that was very much like the vibe. So it's got a little ruffle at the end to give it a little weight and a little movement. It's in beautiful vintage condition. And the thing that's a trip to me, that's got this little built-in shelf bra, and the bra is also silk. Double layer silk for the bra as well. So like this was definitely a beautifully made garment. So something like this, again, something I will photograph on the mannequin. I'm gonna guess I'll see somewhere between like 40 and 75 bucks on this. And I have no doubt that this will go quickly. This is a very unique Y2K look. And I can see a girl today grabbing this and wearing this for like a winter formal or like a sorority formal or something like that. Like I can 100% see that happening. But it's gorgeous. And to find something with this much silk that's at this point like 25 years old in this good a condition, that's an exciting thing. People in the last 25 years aren't very good at taking care of, not many people have cedar closets anymore, right? Like that's a thing, that's part of a bygone era. So to get this much silk without like moth holes, what a treat. But guys, that is it. That is the haul for today. It was, again, a really, really, really tough day, but I was able to find some really cool pieces, some really exciting pieces, some very cool vintage, some cool designers, a lot of great sweaters from the thrift store over in the wealthy neighborhood. But more than anything, I think that this haul kind of shows you what I do when the bins aren't great. I lean on the bread and butter brands. I'll go for like the Abercrombie new with tags. Those aren't going to be huge sales, but they're going to be quick sales. And oftentimes those are the weeks that I'll take myself to a couple racks locations where I can kind of like browse through the racks. It just, bins really ebbs and flows with the season. Some days are great. Like I've been there 3 days in a row and like one day was amazing. One day was terrible. The next day was like, okay. So it all just depends on when you go. But the important thing is that you keep going, you go regularly. Peaks and valleys, that's what we do here. But guys, thank you so much for hanging with me and nerding out about some of these things. It is always such a pleasure to have somebody to yak with. But guys, if you had fun, please consider leaving a like or a comment on this video. Of course, don't forget to hit subscribe. I would love to have you along on this journey. But without further ado, guys, I hope you have the most beautiful week. Happy hunting, and I will see you all in the next one.